German companies now control 2 of the 4 biggest magazine publishers in Australia with the sale of Next Media this week. Let's return to Mediaweek's James Manning for the details. Yeah, the Germans just love buying out Australian assets, it seems,
yeah, I guess it's, there's available assets here, not linked to sort of worldwide networks, so it's been a happy hunting ground. First for Bauer, of course, taking over ACP. Forum took over Next Media, which was an interesting play. Venture capitalists had the company, Wolseley Media. The publisher was called Next Media. A couple of guys, Bruce Duncan and David Gardner, both spent a bit of time at ACP in their backgrounds. Did a great job sort of taking a very small company, bolting on acquisitions and then building it into quite an attractive little business. And they managed to offload it, which was a nice little win for the venture capitalists. Both Bruce and David have managed to keep a little bit of the equity and they'll continue to run the business here.
Let's go to taste.com.au. There's reports the launch edition could be quite popular.
Yeah, look, 100,000 plus copies it looks like selling, which is a rare bit of good news in the magazine sector, if you like, because we haven't seen many launches at all.
And we love our food in Australia.
Yeah, food magazines, people love them. This one was a little bit different, sort of between sort of upscale, if you like, and a mass market title, sitting in that middle ground, where News Life Media thought there's a bit of a gap, and initially it seems they might be right.
Right. Any contract negotiations news we should all be aware of across TV, radio?
Yeah, well, Chris Barth, 7 News Sydney newsreader, just signed on for another 2 years. Look, they haven't been able to sort of match 9 in the ratings in Sydney. They said, look, we'd like to be doing a bit better. They think they're on the right track. The other interesting one to watch, we mentioned a little bit last week on the show, Kyle Sandilands. He was out in the newspaper on the weekend talking it up, saying, look, I'll probably stay if I get some more money. But it's always an interesting contract negotiation with him. A couple of years ago, he actually got suspended by then Austereo during the contract negotiations period. But I don't think it'll get that wild this time, but you never know.
For talking himself up, was it?
Well, yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, he was sort of talking at it.
All right, so that's Carl Sandilands and Chris Barth. Let's go to some of the TV ratings, James, for week 39 of Free to Air. We can throw these up on screen. You can talk them through us as always.
Yep.
Talk us through them, I should say. Where are they?
We're going to see the AFL Grand Final dominated the free-to-air week 39. First top 4 spots were all the Grand Final day, so as the game, of course, did very well, about 2.7 million, and then the sort of post-game, the presentations, the pre-game, they all did really well. The X Factor was up there again, and 7 actually had a clean sweep of the top 10. You don't often see that. But the Grand Final helped that, so there were actually 5 programs in the top 10 linked to the Grand Final.
All right, what are the other highlights of week 39?
Subscription TV, Brownlow Medal, again sort of an AFL link thing, was #1 on Fox Footy. It was also simulcast on 7, but it didn't make the top 10 free-to-air, but it did very well on the... there we've got them up on screen there, yeah. And other sort of AFL sort of last crack at the ratings, if you like. Their Grand Final day, which was the, I think, the post-match coverage on Fox Footy, and then the AFL 360 program, which sort of talks about footy.
Okay, and there's a couple more coming, I think.
Down the bottom, yeah, some of the usual suspects there. Simpsons, a movie, Wreck-It Ralph, and EPL, the English football. Yes, it does very well too.
Someone in my household will be very happy with that one. Let's actually go to some of the other TV news around with Alan Kohler. This has been an interesting one this week. I think everyone in our newsroom has been interested in this one. Cutting down his workload. He probably deserves it after how hard he's worked.
Yeah, very busy man. He's on the ABC Evening News with his little finance spots. He's got Business Spectator online business, of course, that he runs, sold for quite a lot of money to News Corp as it is now. And he also did Sunday morning's Inside Business program. He's pulling back from that. The ABC thought, look, without him, we probably won't continue the show. So I think it runs until the first Sunday in December. Then that'll be it.
NBC Universal also foreshadowing the relaunch of Sci-Fi. This is an HD channel. New content for 2014?
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually called SF at the moment.
Oh, is it?
So, yeah, they're going...
Sci-Fi.
Yeah, well, it's been called a few different things.
Okay.
Yeah, now I think it's just called SF. Okay. Well, I could be wrong.
See, I'm way behind the times.
Well, their logo is SF.
I trust you. I trust you entirely.
But yeah, so it's one of the things happening after the TV1 sort of partnership breakup, so if you like. So NBC Universal will be sort of, I think, taking over that channel. Lots of new content, and the Universal channel itself will be relaunching early next year, and we're yet to get the full details about what will be replacing the TV1 channel. Okay,
so SF is Sci-Fi though?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, just checking.
And they'll spell the new one, I think, SYFY.
Okay,
just to confuse us.
All right, now moving from football to cricket as well. The first
I mentioned before, there's There's been a bit of cricket already this year at Channel 9, just showing it on Gem. Pretty small ratings at the moment. You know, they might lift a little bit, but 10 will be certainly hoping for a big bump there. Still one footy game left, of course, the NRL, the grand final on this weekend, and 9 will be hoping for some massive... there's been a little bit of bickering, if you like, too, about some of the pre-games between 9 and Fox Sports, who actually has the rights, but no arguing that 9 certainly got the exclusive rights to the grand final.
James Manning, good to see you as always.
Thanks, Brooke.
For Media Week, thank you. That's all we've got time for. Thanks so much for your company.